Well, that sucked. Sorry, I normally do more of a lead-in than that. Well, that really sucked. I mean, the signs weren't good. Very little advertising. It had been out for 3 days before I even noticed. No one online was talking about it. Oh, and it was released in the colonies 6 weeks ago. But at least we're getting it before Spain, who get to ignore it on the 25th of October. Seriously, global release dates now. Anyway, The Kitchen is the directorial debut of Andrea Berloff, based off of the Vertigo comic book miniseries of the same name by Ollie Marston and Ming Doyle, whereupon 3 wives of New York gangsters in Hell's Kitchen in the 1970s continue to operate their husbands' rackets after they're locked up in prison. It stars loads of talented people, and I just hope the graphic novel was better. I mean, I was tricked by this film into thinking it was alright until I woke up this morning and started typing before I realised just how much I didn't like this film. I mean, it was nice for my local cinema to put on a private screening just for me, but there was no real need for it. I don't yet mind mixing with the masses. It wasn't a private screening. I was the only person in the whole of London who could be bothered to go to that particular screening. Sounds about right. Back to the film, and we find ourselves in a world that looks and sounds great. Awesome soundtrack and visuals, inventive ideas, some creative and interesting characters, all of which are completely wasted in this film. I mean, where to start? This film feels like it's been edited to hell and back again with seemingly no regard for the content of the film. Whatever we know about our main characters in the first maybe 3 minutes is all we ever know about them. I'm prepared to swear on oath that McCarthy's father and 2 children had no names, and everyone else was just sort of there. I genuinely had no idea what this film was supposed to be about, as it felt like all the scenes that developed character or tension, or even showing the effects of the main women's actions, had been cut out. There didn't seem to be anyone from the main trio to oppose in any serious way. Anyone that could pose a threat or impediment in any way, shape or form is simply dealt with. Some before I even realised that it was supposed to be a threat. A few, I think they were supposed to be twists at the end, less of an "of course" moment in me than more of a huh? I mean, I know that in Hollywood the mantra is allegedly, if you can't make it entertaining, make it short, but you didn't have to make it so obvious. I had no idea what each of the main characters were doing beyond walking the pavement. So much that I began to wonder if this film had a phobia of indoor scenes, and the waste in this film. Just to give you an example of what this film could be, let me tell you just a few things of these so many things that this film wasted. A mother-in-law high up in the mafia who despises one of our leads for the colour of her skin. A corrupt cop keeping the feds at bay. Various other gangs trying to cut deal with our leads. All the while their incarcerated husbands watch on in bemusement and annoyance at what their wives are doing as the clock ticks ever down to their release, when they can hopefully put things back to the way it was and should be. Named characters dying as nowhere near the effect it should do, or scenes there are drag on too long when most of them need a good few seconds shaved off as well. The Kitchen has a good idea. Possibly good characters, interesting themes and ideas that could have worked, but not on the silver screen. This needed to be on the small screen. Developed over seasons, this could have been must-see television. As 3 women fight against every obstacle that the current order could throw at them, it could be must-see TV. But in the cinema, it just doesn't work. You can have all the glossy songs and occasions that you like, but if all you have is window dressing, then that's just not good enough. Especially given that there's been next to no advertising for this thing. It's as if the studio went, we made it, it's here, now let's just get it out there for us to use as a tax write-off. There's nothing to sink your teeth into. I mean, if you want a good female gangster film, then check out Widows, either the film or the TV show that it was based off of. I mean, at least in Widows, you saw things. Here, it feels like a video game movie where you see all the cutscenes edited together, so you see the before and after effects of things, but anything that's handled in gameplay has been removed, meaning it's dull to watch. The Kitchen needs to be a TV show to develop its characters beyond the tracing paper thin offerings we're presented with here. Stretch out the runtime by at least another 40 minutes and use that to show me something worth watching. Some depth to the window dressing. Someone or something for them to oppose, and this could have been good. I mean, there's enough talent here to make almost anything work, but they're just given nothing to work off here. It tanked in the US, it's gonna tank here, and it's gonna tank in Spain. Good. Now just skip this. But what did you guys think? And what's your favourite gangster film that isn't The Godfather, Goodfellas, or Scarface? Comment below and let me know. I'm Daniel, it's been a dunking. If you've enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe.